What is up, you guys? Welcome to episode 1 of my YouTube channel. I'm super excited to kind of get this channel going this year and kind of learning how the platform works and give you more in-depth content about how it is that I prepare for tournaments, how I train, kind of days in my life, all the fun things that YouTube allows me to do with those longer form videos and with the platform that it is. So in today's video, I want to jump into kind of a recap of 2024, the things I've accomplished, things that I learned, habits that I developed that kind of helped me grow this year. And I want to share that with you guys. I also want to jump into some of my goals for 2025, some of the things I have planned on the calendar, my focuses for the year, and different things like that. And this year, I competed in 17 different competitions, getting 33 matches this year. And I'm going to share with you the wins and the losses that I had, because I think it's important for you guys to know that I don't win every single one of my competition matches, and whether it's a win or a loss, I go and analyze every match looking for things for me to work on. I won 19 of those matches this year, 14 of those being losses. Some of the big wins and the highlights for me this year was placing at American Nationals gi and no-gi. I also took third at no-gi pans and third at no-gi worlds this year. And then some other things that I did this year outside of jiu-jitsu, I guess it kind of involves jiu-jitsu, but mostly outside of it, was in January when I went to compete at ADCC. I took my sister with me and we took our dog to the dog beach, which was a lot of fun. We also, in July, we took a family vacation down to San Diego to celebrate my dad's birthday. And while we were there, I got to cross train at a bunch of different gyms down there. Starting in August, I got to kind of get my feet wet by teaching adult mixed levels classes, which was, again, a lot of opportunities for me to learn and grow as a practitioner, outside being a competitor. Then in September, I wanted to prepare for no-gi pans and no-gi worlds, so I took a cross-training trip up to Las Vegas and again got to train. I think I did like 12 to 14 hours of jiu-jitsu when I was there, training at a bunch of different gyms up in that area. Really great experience overall. The next thing I wanted to do was some habits that I developed this year that kind of helped me grow and progress throughout the months of 2024. So the first one was I set really strong boundaries and I really limited my inner circle. Again, 14 of my matches this year were losses, and the last thing I needed was to go into places and kind of be like judged and asked questions as to why I lost, with people not fully understanding that I needed that mat time to kind of lose a little bit of matches to kind of push forward and to learn and get those areas in my game exposed, so that way I can make it stronger as I come back to have more rematches. That was another cool thing that happened this year, was I had a lot of rematches against people in my division and would lose the first match but then come back stronger and defeat them, whether that was a submission or closing the game in the second rematch. The other thing that I did this year that was different than I did any other year prior was I took an Excel sheet and I made my own little document of the whole 2024 year, all 12 months, and I would track my daily training, everything I did, workouts, little things that I would do, so like recovery stuff, little events that I had to do. I would put it all on this Excel sheet, and I had a week by week one, and then I would have a month one. On the month one, I would go and track and plan all of my cross training trips, my family vacations, injuries I would put in there. I'm going to start putting in there if I ever have feelings of burnout, so that way I can start tracking those things. And then I would put in there competition stuff. So on those things I could put notes, and on the notes I would put my goals for that tournament. So if I wanted to work on my guard passing, I'd put it in my Excel sheet. Then after the competition, I would analyze my matches, go back to the Excel sheet, and I go through and make notes on if I accomplished those things or not, or if I needed to continue to work on them. Another habit that I developed this year was actually working with Mike Moore, or AKA Mindset Mike. I would set daily and monthly intentions and goals, whether that was for daily stuff, so if I wanted to spend time with my sisters, or if I wanted to be super consistent in things with my training. But that would be a daily and a monthly thing that I was constantly kind of analyzing myself. The other thing, again, working with Mindset Mike, was I was super consistent this year with my journaling, kind of rating myself on those daily intentions and goals, like working through different prompts of like, okay, what challenges did I face today and how did I overcome them? What happened that was good? The other thing that I did more towards the end of my year was, because I personally struggle with like trying to find like the pat on my back type of stuff. And so I would write, okay, what's something good that you did today? And that's just kind of shifting the mindset for me. The other thing that was super cool, so I got a Whoop band this year. It was a Black Friday deal, and I've always wanted one for a very long time because first off, I'm a jiu-jitsu nerd and a data nerd. So I love being able to track my training now with jiu-jitsu and my workouts. And it's been super fun to kind of push myself and then look at those numbers and be like, okay, I need to go a little bit harder, or ooh, I really pushed it today and I need to kind of cut it back today. How does my recovery affect my training? All those fun things. So super excited to bring the Whoop band into 2025. In 2024 is the first full year of me embracing my jiu-jitsu nerd era. And if you guys know me on Instagram, you know that I am a super jiu-jitsu study nerd. And 2024 was a full year of me really diving into that and embracing kind of like studying and trying those things and asking questions. And that's been a really big thing for me in the development of my jiu-jitsu game. And then lastly, one of the habits that made me successful in 2024 was the type of content that I consumed. But in 2024, almost everything was for workouts, for jiu-jitsu. I would do podcasts on like mindset, athlete stuff, the books I was reading, everything was very positive and all in the direction of what I'm trying to accomplish. And so, yeah, that was pretty much a recap of my 2024, getting all the competitions done, all those different opportunities to travel and to cross train and to learn from many different people. My training's been awesome with my teammates. Preparing for their tournaments this year was really fun. And just developing good habits to get me in the position that I want to be in. And I'm taking all of those things that I learned in 24 into 25 to help me make it even a better year and to grow stronger and stronger as I work closer to the goal. Before I jump into my 2025 goals, I want to kind of start the next 3 months, so January, February, March, kind of my plans for those months, just so that way you guys know what I'm going to be up to. First off, I want to stay consistent with my YouTube channel, so I'm going to try and come up with different content for you guys and post more consistently on here as I start to learn the platform and editing these different videos for you. But in January, there really isn't too much competition-wise going on in January, so there's not really too many competitions set. I do have a competition set for Tap Out Cancer here in Phoenix, Arizona. Super excited. It's going to be my first time competing and working with that organization, raising money for a really good cause, and I'm super excited to jump into that and kind of experience that for the first time this year. But other than tournaments, I'm just training, developing my game, doing stuff with family, saving money, planning out the rest of the year. And so that's kind of my look for January. February, our organization, Aries Jiu-Jitsu, we're doing a women's only kind of event where we're going to be teaching techniques. We're going to be rolling. It's going to be a really good time. So I'm going to be teaching a technique over there. Very fun. I'm super excited for that event. I've got, from what I'm remembering, I think I have 2 to 3 competitions planned out, just depending on if I can find matches. But I'll be doing a Jiu-Jitsu World League over there. And I think might be another Jiu-Jitsu World League. But yeah, so depending on kind of who signs up for those tournaments, I'll be doing a Jiu-Jitsu World League and then 2 or 1 more in February. March is going to be super fun. I'm hoping to get a super fight match in March. Fingers crossed. I've got another Jiu-Jitsu World League event here in Phoenix again. And of course, more and more competitions I'm going to be putting on the calendar as they get more and more announced. Okay, 2025. I don't know what it is about this year, but I'm super pumped for it. And I think it's just because, like, man, I had such a great year of learning and getting all those experiences from 24 that I just feel so ready for 25. I have all my goals set and I feel like super fired up to kind of get going after those goals. And so, yeah, I don't know. I'm just super pumped for the new year. I have goals for jiu-jitsu, I have goals for my personal life, and I have goals for, like, I call it wellness, but like my fitness, my diet, all of those things that kind of involve wellness, mindset stuff is in there. I'm not going to be sharing all of them with you because some of them are personal to me, but most of these I'm open to share with you. So first off, I'm going to jump into my jiu-jitsu goals. These aren't so much of like my long-term goals for jiu-jitsu, but this year, these are things that I want to accomplish. When I first got my purple belt, I wanted to double the number of matches I got as a blue belt. As a blue belt, I hit 36 matches. So when I got my purple belt, I wanted to double that number, which is 72. I think I'm at like 55 or 56 right now. So one of those goals is to finish that goal, and I want to hit that 72 this year. Then the next goal, which is funny, is I want to get 40 matches this year. In 2024, again, I hit 33, and I really think that I can get to that 40 number and get 7 more matches this year. Really wanting to get more mat time this year, and with a goal more so trying to kind of hunt through divisions and finish brackets. My next goal is take more opportunities this year. So whether that's cross training, opportunities to teach, just different things outside of competition. YouTube is another opportunity that I'm taking this year to kind of grow myself and grow myself as a jiu-jitsu practitioner and as a competitor too, and just as a human being. I want to take more opportunities this year. So jumping into my personal goals this year, first off is I want to have a consistent YouTube channel. I want to put content out here for you guys to kind of jump more into get to know me's and all of the fun stuff that YouTube has to offer. The second thing I want to do is one of my personal goals, and I actually got this from something that I did as a monthly goal, is give my full effort towards the different roles in my life. So what do I mean by roles? So they're kind of like labels. So I consider myself a jiu-jitsu competitor. So to me, that's one of my roles. I am also a kids coach. So that's a role of mine that I want to put myself more into and give more effort towards. I'm also a daughter. I'm also a sister. I'm a teammate. Those are different roles, and I want to be better about giving my full effort and my greatest energy towards that role. And then lastly, the wellness or the health one. I want to really dive into trusting in the process, and I call it believing in myself. And the quote that I attached to this was, you can't hate yourself into change, but when you pat yourself on the back more and kind of recognize the good that you do daily or monthly, it's going to add up and you're going to continue to build that momentum, and it's going to continue to kind of skyrocket you. So that's kind of one of my wellness goals this year. I also want to be a better athlete, diet, my training. I want to have like a physical level up this year. As you guys see on my Instagram stories, I'm trying to hit zone 5 on my Whoop band. So having the Whoop band is going to help me kind of track those numbers and kind of push myself into those higher training levels and hopefully get that physical level up. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you guys like and subscribe. If you guys have any questions for me, content ideas, things that you want to see, drop them in the comments below. I'll definitely go through and read them, and I'm excited for 2025. I hope you guys are too. And hopefully, as I read off my recaps and my 2025 goals, that you guys kind of can pick ideas that will help you guys as you are in or a part of your journeys. But yeah, I'm super excited. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you on the next one.